New at 5, seniors stranded. A new state program enacted earlier this year was meant to help seniors get to doctor's appointments by allowing Lyft and Uber drivers to pick them up.
But the 12 News I-team has found that too often these seniors are left stranded. Joe Dana exposes this flaw in the system.
This is a new program since May. The vendor for the state healthcare giant Access has contracted with rideshare services to help seniors get around. But now Access and insurance companies acknowledge they're getting complaints. One senior who uses United is tired of waiting.
Vicki Parker is not afraid of a fight.
Not too many people want to stand up to big corporations.
Now she's turning her attention to the healthcare industry, lending a voice for those like her who rely on medical transportation to get to and from their doctor's appointments.
I feel that they are taking advantage of some of the most vulnerable people in our society.
The state partnered with a company, Medical Transportation Brokerage of Arizona, to schedule rides for patients. MTBA uses a rather common method to get the job done. They call a cab, Lyft, or Uber. Parker claims this 21st century trend is the wrong way to help seniors get to their medical appointments.
They've hired more and more of the Lyft and Uber, either for price or because they need more drivers, and now are forcing the elderly, the sick, to stand in unsheltered, open parking lots or street corners indefinitely sometimes with no communication.
Parker herself has been forced to hitchhike home after waiting 4 hours for a ride.
I consider it criminal negligence and abuse, and it must be stopped.
12 News confirmed with doctors' offices that some seniors wait for hours after appointments, sometimes until closing, to get their ride. Parker had been sending complaints for years. In November, United Healthcare responded saying, "We sincerely apologize," and we requested that MTBA review these concerns with the transportation providers, such as Uber, Lyft, and Yellow Cab. But there's no clear solution in sight, and Vicki says there's too much finger-pointing.
The best answer I've received from many agencies, all of which I think I've contacted by now, was, well, there's really nothing we can do, and it may be in the future, down the road, we'll make some changes.
Vicki's asking State House Representative John Kavanaugh to pass a law that improves the process, getting seniors to and from doctors' offices and their rides. Access confirms with us they've received complaints about non-emergency medical transportation. They say the company, MTBA, is required to confirm whether special assistance is needed before using Uber or Lyft. Now, we reached out to MTBA and we did not hear back. Something else in all of this, though, many seniors just don't have cell phones or smartphones to communicate with the rideshare drivers. That's causing a lot of confusion. Back to you guys.